time, time. Yeah, I hope it gets better with time. I hope it gets better with time. I hope it gets better with time. I let it consume me, I let it control me. I'll always be lonely, I'll never be fine. If life is a movie, it's always so boring. Where is the story? I hope it gets better with time. Yeah, I hope it gets better with time.
Lesson 3.
New subscribers detected.
Alright everyone, welcome back. I'm Winter, and it is April 10th of 2024. Thank you guys for being here so early. Hopefully you've had a good day so far, and hopefully it's about to get just a little bit better. Today, we're playing StarCraft with commentary. Thank you. Fields GG for 45 months. Tank Rumpets for 703 for the sub since our last year. Jim Tim, Diablo, Bear Butt. Glad you're still enjoying. Thank you for liking and subscribing. One way or another. Today, some games, maybe some low APO. We'll see. We'll see how bad it goes. Might have to shore up Protoss in order to make it so I don't lose 1 out of 3 games by default. But we'll find out. Whatever is the most conducive to actually playing the game. Which happens on occasion.
Your dedication will be rewarded.
Any words of motivation for someone pushing from Diamond 1 to Masters? Masters is much the same, but you'll get cheesed harder. Good luck. Yeah, once you get to Masters, they can usually macro behind it. What are you doing down there, Site Delta? Alright. Wish it showed your percentage on that. Don't want to subject myself to Crimson Court, though. We'll see. I'm in D3, hardly get cheesed, I'm surprised. It's because players aren't very capable of actually executing it. What most players consider cheese in lower levels is actually just getting attacked before they finish their no-rush X-minute build.
Hey, that's not enough minerals, man. enough minerals, man. Our probes are under attack. Oh, hell. They're gunning for the probes.
Every color bleeds into the same. 'Cause before you go and walk away, yeah, you better know where you're going. Just like me. Yeah, you better know where you're going.
Oh, hell. They're gunning research complete.
Glory to the Daemon. Yes, Executor. Give us your command. Glorious combat is upon us. The firstborn shall persevere. Glory to the Daemon. We serve. Fire shall be slain. Najakar. We serve with pride. Combat awaits.
Can't place that out.
Out to dream.
place that. We got a pylon taking some hits. Can't warp there.
I am intrigued. You seek our darkness. What?
Can't warp there. Can't warp there. Research just finished up. Can't warp there. Not enough Vesper. Need more gas for that. Just depleted a mineral cluster. We'll need more gas first. Can't warp there.
Resubscription confirmed. Automatically relaying thanks.
Can't warp there. Not enough SP. That makes one less
Your dedication will be rewarded.
Hey, dude.
We are the blades of iron.
Mineral cluster depleted.
We stand at the
Just depleted. Mineral cluster. Can't place, can't warp there. Our upgrades complete. That makes one less mineral cluster. Can't warp there. Well, that upgrade's finished. Can't warp there.
Classic DTs over the top. Another standard macro build for Protoss. He did the bunker thing, alright? This isn't on me. Only Clem can get away with that because Clem will dodge stalker shots with the bunker. Which is kind of ridiculous.
We need more minerals.
SCV ready. Woo-hoo! Overtime. Bad news. We'll butter my... SCV ready. Huh? What? Big job. In the
We
rear
need
with
more
the
supply.
gear. Ah! Just get... Big job, huh? SCV ready. Ah!
Hey,
You scared
that's
me. In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. Yup. Huh? Go ahead. SCV ready. Yep. Bad news. Move it. SCV ready. Ah! Bad news. Sure thing. What's going on? Go ahead. In the rear. Huh? What's going on? Ah! You scared me.
Command center upgrade completed.
Go ahead. SCV ready, man. Huh? What? You want something? Certainly. Yeah. In the rear with the gear. Yeah, come on. What's it worth? I'm listening. Got something for me to kill. The Grim Gas from above. I'm listening. SCV ready. Big job. What?
Add-ons all done.
SCV ready. Bad news.
We need more. You can't build there. Out in.
SCV ready. Got some.
Add-on complete.
I'm listening.
Could use some more supply. We need more minerals. Not enough minerals. Our boys are under fire out there.
Huh? What? You want something? What's going on? SCV ready.
Add-on? Hey, that's not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
We need more minerals. Not enough minerals. Hey, that's not enough minerals, man.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Rod, not enough minerals. We need more minerals.
Got some. SCV ready.
Hmm.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
center upgrade. Hey, that's not enough minerals, man.
SCV ready.
We need more minerals.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Hey, that's not enough minerals, man.
You're not help here. SCV ready to plunder. Go ahead.
Not enough minerals. You can't build there.
Ready to plunder. Ready for war. SCV ready.
That makes
New subscriber detected.
Good content still. Have my money.
Fight or flight.
Hey,
SCV ready. Transformation systems primed. You up, ready to go.
not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Just depleted a mineral cluster.
Big job, huh? SCV ready. I'm in deep. I can't roll.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. Ready to blunder.
Out of energy.
SCV ready. Very well.
That makes one less.
Ready to roll out.
Research complete.
SCV ready.
Just depleted a mineral cluster. Rada supply. Use some more depots. Our SCV mineral cluster depleted. That makes one less mineral cluster.
SCV ready.
Our base just depleted a mineral cluster. Use some more supply. We need more supplies. That makes one less. Use some more supply depots.
Let's get into the fight.
Well, just depleted a mineral cluster. Our upgrade's complete. We need minerals. Adam, Rada supply. Use some more depots. SCV's under attack. Just depleted a mineral cluster.
Ready for service.
Our SCV's are hurt.
Your dedication.
Fuck.
More supply depots.
That was something.
Resubscription confirmed.
We need more
Automatically
supply.
relaying thanks.
Yep.
Mineral cluster depleted.
What's our target? Fused up, ready to go.
Did he build another medevac?
That makes one less mineral cluster.
What's that?
Rada supply. Could use some more depots.
Right.
Mineral
Yeah, right. Keep your shirt out. SCV ready.
just depleted a mineral cluster.
Bad news.
Command. Order accepted. Dispensable.
That makes one less mineral cluster.
Lay it on me. Been waiting over there. Big up. Fused up, ready to go.
Research.
SCV ready. Man the rear with the gear.
Mineral cluster depleted.
SCV ready.
more gas for that. Command center upgrade completed.
By the numbers.
Not enough energy.
This better be
SCV's under attack. Our base is under attack. Well, that upgrade's finished. Mineral cluster depleted. Our upgrade's complete.
This better be good. Ready? Huh?
Waiting on you.
Been waiting on you. You want a piece of me, boy? Fighter flight, armed and ready.
Talk to me.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Ready for pickup?
Who wants some? SCV ready. This better be good.
Not enough energy.
SCV ready. Who wants some?
Scanning.
Been waiting on.
Talk to me.
Ready to roll out. SCV ready. Armed and ready. Roger that. Boy.
Waiting on you.
Can use it. Some more supply depots. Rada supply. Could use some more supply depots. Rada supply. Could use some more. SCV's under attack.
Been waiting on you.
Cluster. We need more supply. Not enough SP. We need more supply.
Hold it down.
Subscription confirmed. Automatically relaying thanks.
Why do Terrans upgrade bio at the engineering
How
base
much money did I have?
KM8?
I hadn't looked for a while, but too much. I was spending the gas, but that's because I'm not mining any. As soon as he started dropping, there are two types of Terrans. Well, there are three, but the third is just a blend of the two. There's the Flailer, which he is, which is, I'm just gonna keep sending out medevacs and attacks until it works because I get lucky, or I run out of units. And then there's the Turtler, which I'm closer to, which is, I'm going to let him flail and hope that I can punch back at some point. And then, of course, the best players are between the two, but... The kill count on the Raven? It was under 18, because the Hero Siege tank was 18. Thank you, count events, for 68 mods. Go ahead, just still enjoy it. Wait, the Raven wasn't the hero? Well, siege tanks can kill several units at a time. The Raven, I think it had like 15 or 16. But it just being there kept him busy. Just because I was paying more attention to it than 1 or 2 siege tanks doesn't mean it was doing that much better. Just means you're easily distracted. The auto kill achievement. 20 worker units in a melee game using auto turrets. Which does feel like that should have made the Raven the hero, right? Like, Barcode Protoss, but he's using a portrait, so... You know, the bright side of the beginning of the season is there's not too many barcodes because people actually care. Whereas, as time goes on, it's the sweat lords with delusions of grandeur for the most part.
We need more minerals. Not enough minerals. Can't place that outside of the
Actually, that's real problematic. I'm gonna have to wall off with a pylon. I made it one space too far back.
Hey, that's not enough minerals, man.
He has a pylon out on the map, and he's building a Stargate, I think. But where would I be if I was a cheesy fuckboy?
We are one with the shadows. I am the voice of the eclipse. Steam. I am the heart of darkness.
It doesn't have to be out on the map, but
Can't warp there.
State thy bidding. We are one with
let's see if we can bait him into the oldest trick in the book. There's the order call.
that is the void. I serve for now.
Oh, he walled off his stalker. Oh no. So if you're... Never mind, he didn't have shit. It was a Stargate. But he managed to wall his classic Protoss door. Barcodes in Overwatch and Siege, it's not actually barcodes, just alt accounts with names no one would know. Is it? That's crazy. Well, another macro PvP.
Eyes have come alive. No longer on the outside to get
Well, he's GM, so I know his MMR. We'll let it go. Fucking barcode. We're reaching the stratosphere here. Ay.
Not enough minerals. Hey, that's not enough minerals, man.
SCV ready. Go ahead.
Rada supply. Could use some more deep.
What's going on? Huh? SCV ready. Bad news?
We need more minerals.
What's going on? Ready. Sure thing. In the rear with the gear.
Your dedication will be rewarded.
Yeah.
Protoss
Hey,
Master
that's
Race.
not enough.
SCV ready. Big jump. What's going? Ah! Go ahead. Bad news. SCV ready. Huh? In the rear with the gear.
Our SCVs are hurting.
You're the boss. Gotcha.
Not enough minerals.
Well, butter. Big job, huh? What's going on? Will do.
Our base is under attack. Add-ons all done.
Ah! You scared me. Bad news. Go ahead.
Command center upgrade completed.
Huh? It's your dime. In the rear. Big job. What's going on?
It's off. Just say
SCV ready. Go ahead.
Could use some more supply depots.
Ah! You scared me.
Don't leave me. Go on.
We need more minerals.
It's about to get it out of hole.
No, we need more supply.
Don't leave me.
What's going on?
Just say
SCV ready.
Say go on.
Systems go. Cyclone ready for action.
Time wasted. Oh. Just say when. First round's on me. Say the word.
Time. Don't leave me. Time wasted. SCV ready.
That's too many.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
I may just be dead.
Hey, that's
I got
not
2
enough
supply
minerals,
blocks.
man.
Bad news. Going.
Command center upgrade.
Systems go. Looking for action. Believe it. Let's have a blast. Just gotta hold. Don't leave me to the world. Gotta ready to run my love. Time's a wasted. Say, don't leave me. SCV.
Research complete.
Huh? Ah! Go on.
Incoming orders.
Baby. Fight or flight? Yeah, right. Got it targeted. Just see.
Rada
Ready for dust off.
Let's do this.
Taking out.
Time wasted. SCV ready. Don't leave me hanging to the wood. Just say when.
transfer.
Go on.
Could use some more supply depots.
Time's a waste. That got a hole in my love. Go on. Don't leave me hanging. Hold him alone. Got a hole in my love.
Not enough energy.
Not my best.
We can't build there. Add-ons all done.
Just say.
He probably has blinked on.
Systems go. Cyclone ready for action. What's going on? SCV ready. Yeah. Oh. Go on, Tom. Don't leave me.
Command center upgrade.
SCV ready. This better be good. In the rear with the gear. Let's have a blast.
Reporting for action. Ah, Commander.
Ready. SCV ready. Optics online.
Not enough energy. Mineral cluster depleted. SCV's under attack.
He found it.
Add-on complete.
He has to know this is coming.
Research just finished up. Just depleted a mineral. We'll need more.
Need something liberated? Yes, sir.
Our SCVs are hurting.
We read you.
We need more supply.
How can we help?
This better be.
more supply.
You gonna give me orders? That's fine.
Well, hey,
We can use some help here. SCV ready.
our base is under attack.
Wanna meet me, boy? SCV ready. Armed
That makes one less mineral cluster.
and waiting on you.
Mineral cluster deplete.
Ready for dust off.
What's going on? SCV ready.
Our upgrade.
Now
That
what?
makes one less mineral cluster.
We can use some help here. SCV ready. Boots on.
ETA?
Boy.
Confirm.
Go ahead.
Light.
Who wants? This better be good. Go, go. SCV ready. Kaboom, baby.
Ready for dust off.
What's going on? Huh? Armed and ready.
Wait.
Been waiting on you. Armed and ready. SCV ready. About to get it.
Not.
That's fine. SCV ready.
I heard that.
SCV ready. Come out here.
Command center upgrade complete.
We could use some help here. Roger that.
Our forces are under attack.
Want a piece of me, boy? Who wants some? Been waiting on this. Armed and armed and ready. Go, go, go! Who wants some? SCV ready. Yep. It's about to get heavy. Huh?
Well, that upgrade's finished.
SCV ready. By the numbers, one of these three, boy. Been waiting on ready. Ooh, it's on. Ready to play. Armed and ready. This better.
We need.
New subscriber detected.
It's go time.
Our base is under attack. Our boys are under fire out there. Not enough minerals. You can't build there.
This better be good. Who wants some? By the numbers, boy. Been waiting on you. 10 more. Okay,
supply. Could use some more depots. We need our upgrade ready to run. You can't build there. Our upgrade's complete. This beam guys are exhausted. Left. That upgrade's finished.
Standing by.
Add-ons all done.
Need something
Cluster complete.
Then wait. Go, go, go!
You should have picked Terran units. They're pretty good. He didn't have any upgrades at the end. I think it, well, maybe had like +1, but I had 3 too, so. But Storm? Come back when you have units that actually kill units. Marauders with no medevacs have to sit in Storm for over 5 seconds straight in order to die.
We need more minerals.
Fun fact, Storm doesn't last 5 seconds, so...
SCV ready. It's your time. Huh?
Rada supply. We use some more depots.
It's 2 Storms, technically.
But she said, trust me, these are the stories.
Not Not enough minerals. Hey, that's not enough minerals, man. We need more minerals.
I'm not scared of Storm as a Terran, though I'll say it if we're having a balanced discussion. Like, Storm feels like one of the most skill issue abilities to deal with because you have Ghosts. So there's a reason why Max Pax doesn't even bother with Storm against Clem. Because Disruptors are the only way to guarantee a unit might actually die. Storm ain't gonna do it. Like, I say might because, you know, well. It's just gonna heal up. That's if you get the storms off at all. My reactor's so late. Brenda! No! Hacker. How did I get outflanked by queens? There's gonna be a very risky moment here. That's not a high ground.
Command center upgrade completed.
It's not a pervert pillar.
Hey, that's not enough mineral. We need more minerals. Hey, that's not enough minerals, man.
Engine screaming. Call the ball.
Out of energy.
Roger that.
I'm waiting on you.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah.
Ready. Block the landing zone.
Engine screaming.
Are you ready for this?
Hey, something's blocked the landing zone.
Word.
complete.
Be ready. Huh? You need orders? Gateway, coming through. Armed and ready. SCV ready.
Add-ons are... You can't...
Resubscription confirmed. Automatically reload. Thanks.
SCV ready. This better be good. Will do. SCV ready. SCV ready. Go, go, go! Armed, SCV ready.
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Out of energy. Our upgrade's complete. Hey, that's not enough minerals, man. We need...
Ready?
SCV ready. Who wants some?
Receiving.
Talk to me, boss.
Research...
Armed and ready.
Hey, that's not enough minerals, man.
Go, go, go! Go ahead. Big job, ready.
Ready for dust off.
Who wants some?
We need more supply.
Right on. Up, ready to go. With butter,
We're out of supply. Not enough minerals. That makes one.
It's heating up out here.
Just
Ready for dust off.
Go, go, go.
we need more minerals.
Armed and ready. Going.
That makes one less mineral. Research just finished up.
Ready for dust.
Lay it on, big boy. Stop. Oh, it's on. Go, go, out there.
Well, that upgrade's mineral cluster depleted.
Boom, baby! Why not?
Not enough SP.
Ready for dust off.
Just depleted the mineral cluster.
Good job.
fun left animals, man.
Order coming. Armed and
Should have tried Terran units. It's not about how many you lose. It's about how many you have to replace them. Jeez. My Terran win rate is now higher than my Zerg. And I'm definitely better with Zerg, but my TVZ is 81% because I understand the struggle. The real strength of Terran is not like Ghost Liberator at this level. It's just it's simply that much easier to put a good army on the field.
It's about time.
As Zerg, you can't mess up one attack. As Terran, you only have to succeed with one attack. 40% TVP. Yeah, because Protoss is OP. Playing Terran against Protoss is like playing Zerg against Terran. Their units are just better than yours, and technically you have better tools to deal with them, but if you fuck up, you're screwed. So it's kind of a role reversal in that. Like, Zerg can put enough Lings and Banes and Queens out there to deal with most pushes, but if the Banes don't hit right, or the Zerglings come in from a bad angle, it's bad. Kind of like if you stim into Colossi and like don't kill the Colossus or something, or you get hit by a disruptor. Well, I'm not gonna ruin that. 5-0, which is really setting me up for a disappointing night soon. Oh, I know what happened. We played no Zerg. I'm a Protoss main. Well, then you know what is the strongest against it. There is some value in that. It sometimes backfires for me because I project so much. I'm like, what would I do in this scenario? And then they just fucking all in, and I'm like, just completely caught off guard because in 50 games, I would have done that. Like, so that is the reverse side of it. Yeah. All right, I think it's time. Like I don't know if so for some reason YouTube has been promoting only the Terran episode 1 of the low APM challenge. Well, before it, Terran had twice the views of Protoss and Zerg, which makes sense since Terran is 50% of the population of the Bronze League, so, and the Silver, and I think it drops off a little at Gold. PVZ and ZVP is low because I'm not a cheesy fuck, and I need to be. I fail at macroing. Also, the sample size is 5 games for Protoss versus Zerg. And Zerg versus Protoss, so that's not a huge one. But the best way to just kill a Protoss is do like Roachling Queen Owens. And then the best way to kill a Zerg is hit them with some random ass, like, either 2 or 3 base timing. But I try to just play it out. And it doesn't always go well. Like at the highest level, like Dark versus... Then again, Dark versus Max Pax is not a great example, as Dark will just sometimes randomly shiv you. Like, Max Pax is actually... He used to be your standard, like, mixed bag Protoss, but Max Pax is almost too macro now. Yeah, like, I mean, he's still the best Protoss, but it doesn't stack up against Dark as well. Because, Dark plays like a crazy person, and Max Pax is pretty predictable at this stage. But, okay, so I was getting around to... That's why doing another low APM challenge doesn't necessarily seem like an attractive idea to me. Because if I'm going to... Fun fact, the low APM challenge from 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago now, it was like the end of 20, was like my 7th most viewed video last month. I put out more than 7 videos last month for reference. Like, so... In case you didn't know, which is like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm not complaining. And the ridiculous part is the average, I think it might be because the average watch time is over an hour. Which, on YouTube, getting someone to watch a full documentary... So that might be like, even though not that many people are watching all the way through, still watching an hour on YouTube. Well, with that said, hoping I will absorb it. How's it going? People are getting their text returns and able to get into StarCraft. Yeah, nowadays you do have to show your text returns. Like, you gotta have your birth certificate, you gotta have like social security number, blood type. All right, Blizzard maintains, of course, the rights to all of these things and your genetic information, as is customary, in order to get into StarCraft. All right. So, we're going to... I don't know, like, I don't know what I'll end up doing. So one thing that always affected is everybody sees bronze to GM, except none of those bronze to GM series really go to GM. And really what it means is I'm going to try to get GM at the end by playing normally. But of course, 98% of people won't even be remotely close to threatening GM, so let's be honest here. And of those 2%, only like 10% of them have a realistic chance anyways, but they might occasionally play one. Do bronze to GM. Yeah, the low APM challenge was my take on doing bronze to GM, but also, since it doesn't have the branding of it, a little confusing, but because the idea is not so much I'm trying to get from one rank to another, but like I think a lot of people will teach you, will spoon feed you information and be like, here's your build, here's the spreadsheet with the build, and here's the exact build you use in this matchup, and there you go. Like, but instead I try to tell you kind of why things are happening. And you're not going to win the idea is to win 55% of games, not 100%, right? Like, I think I could teach a man to build, and they'll probably get to diamond. Teach a man to build, and they might be salty in masters. Like, Outside of the pandemic, no one's gonna watch 8 hours of stream replays. You know, ignoring the whole conversation about how the low APM challenge was one of my top videos of last month, and it's 2 years old. But, of course, the algorithm. A lot of people love pretending they're going to play a lot of StarCraft. That's the target demographic. And of course, I'm not a big fan of just beating up Gold League. So here's what I found from smurfing in from beating up Bronze, Silver, Gold, even Platinum Leaguers. And being a filthy, disgusting smurf, ruining the game. There really aren't that many filthy, disgusting smurfs ruining the game. Maybe 5%? Like, as an expert in the matter, I think Diamond is where it picks up, because most players can get to Diamond if they put enough time in and effort, and then feel like, now I'm very stressed because I'm at the edge of my ability, and everyone remembers it, the whip theirs, because it sticks out. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll admit, like, I get the humble brag, not so humble brag. I get 100 positive comments a day, and then there's one guy who's like, nice try, but you're not really a caster. And I'm like, this video with 100,000 views though. It's like, no, don't, I don't. Just okay. What is the qualification? No, don't engage. All right. So, I do think we're just gonna jump right in. The APM limit is 60. If I want to do like an addendum or an appendix or all of these other body/book parts, then it can be a separate thing. But 60 APM, I think, is absolutely the minimum. I think anyone... Alright, I'm gonna keep bringing them up, but I've seen a player with literally no arms or legs get platinum with Terran with like 100-something APM. So, I think if you have arms, then you should be able to at least work on 60. And then immediately, barcode on barcode. Alright, we'll restart. That's not my premium example here. Nailed it. He out-barcoded me. Oh, that reminds me. At the end of the day, you don't really need too many extra actions. If you need to micro below the diamond level, there's some basic things. Like, you can't run into the banelings. You can't go up a ramp into siege tanks. But at the same time, like, there are a few things
one way or another, you got
that
this.
won't be solved by throwing more Marines at the problem. So the goal, I'm not going to be super strict. I'm going to explain if I go over why I went over that 60 APM count, and what moments I thought were important. Because a lot of people look at micro as high APM. No. 80 to 90, it's like an iceberg. You see the top of it, and that's the splits and the stims and that target fire,
You must
but
construct
90%
additional
of the
supply
iceberg
depots.
that you don't see during a cast or something is just making sure you're building 40 Marines a minute, another 15 SCVs a minute, another half a dozen depots and other buildings. That's already 100 right there when it comes to like Clem playing. So, but I think the iceberg is probably by far the best analogy. So, all right, we're up against Protoss. I'm gonna be scouting on 17. I think is a good, like maybe a little bit earlier. But what am I looking for when I'm scouting? All right, does he have a gateway at his base? Is he expanding? Does he have 2 gases? Where are his pylons? I'm not gonna get too complicated. The only concern I'll have is if the gateway is building early on here. I'm going to build a Marine first. We see. I'm going to determine whether you know what? I think we're just going to expand on... He may be AFK. All right. Well, no reason. Yeah, it looks like he is indeed AFK. No? He should have had enough energy for Chrono Boost. No. It's a fake. It's a fake. You know how... Well, 1, he killed my SCV. 2, he should have had enough energy for Chrono. Like, if he was AFK, he wouldn't have had... He would have had more energy. So, there is probably a gateway out there somewhere. Maybe 2. Because he didn't have gas. So we're building a bunker. I'm gonna send another SCV out.
Your add-on is all done.
Just around the nearby area. Gonna get that second gas, because we're gonna be stuck on... That's a conspicuous probe. It came from this side here. Is he in it? Is that... That feels like bait right there. So we gotta be pretty quick if he has zealots. Looks like he's gonna try to build some cannons. Yep. Cannons and... So the answer here is Cyclone, by the way. We're gonna move these Marines around. They should be able to hit from the high ground here.
CC upgraded, but at what cost?
So the Cyclone can outrange the cannons. It's gonna take a moment. But I do have high ground vision on these. Make sure we target the cannon here. Gonna pop back into the bunker in a moment. Once he doesn't have high ground vision anymore, I can just hit whatever until another zealot comes up. We're gonna back off and hold position out of range of the cannons. Gonna have these guys repair. So, yeah, where were the gateways is my question. They were quite far away. There's a chance they were in this area here, but I think they might have been further out. Oh. Wait, was he actually walking through or just going around? Well, that makes sense. So, on this map, you do have to go around. Though, you can potentially mine through the mineral wall if you have multiple probes, but... Yeah. You sly dog. Well, we failed. 64 atoms. A little bit of fancy micro. I'm going to raise the limit, because it seems like we're facing gold-ish. Honestly, I think everything that applies to bronze can also apply to gold. Like bronze, silver, gold.
A new subscriber has been acquired.
No offense. Okay, some offense. All the same. Hard for me to tell. And I, as a ranked roulette finalist, and as one of the only people who's been even close to beating Cyril in anything, bronze to gold is The target is 60. No, it's 69 now. I've altered the deal. But yeah. What league should you be in if you have over 150 APM? Probably Legends. I think the bare minimum number for what I think is probably the best target for most players is Diamond. In Diamond, you can get there with 100. If you're Zerg, it's more like 125 just because of the very nature of Zerg and how literally building units takes more APM than, say, building Marines. But the actual effective actions are similar. So... But 150 could get you to Masters. It really depends. Everything depends at that stage. I think Diamond, like higher Diamond in Masters, is where you have to at least have something resembling a brain. A lot of people think of this as a strategy game, but it's a real-time strategy game. And the real-time is 2/3 of it, and it comes first. If you do that, then maybe you get to the strategy portion. Again. But right now, we're focused on that real-time aspect. So. I like to hotkey my SCV that scouts and the one that builds, just to make it easier to jump to them if I need to. I usually just put the building SCV on 2, scouting SCV on 3. And I do the same a lot of the time with probes, and then it's creep queens really in Zerg, but with probes, since you can have the same probe build everything. All right. 3 in gas. He was Zerg, right? So if I get there, the expansion should start around 1 minute, which means it should be in the orange or yellow by the time I get there. We can go in and see he has a spawning pool. We're just gonna go home now.
More Vespine
I'm gonna start with a reactor because he doesn't have a spawning pool done, and I'm not doing Reaper micro. All right, if I was to build a Reaper, it'd be as a cameraman, not as a what am I saying? To do my best Clem impression of making a few Zerglings uncomfortable. All right. And I like to, when I bring the SCV back, usually it comes out at a good timing to just build a bunker. So here, I'm going to be leaving 2 spaces on the right, 3 on the left, or alternatively either side. So what does that do? I will be able to wall this up with a supply depot and an engineering bay. I'm not sitting back here because that just gives away a concave. I think this can be used. So bunkers at the front, not very helpful against Terran. Terran has siege tanks, which are pretty strong. But Zerg, thankfully, do not have siege tanks. Professional tip. So, and if Zerg have siege tanks, something has gone horribly wrong. That is the situation. Alright. We're going to get that bunker filled up. Get the orbital at the second base. I'm going to get my second gas. And we'll queue up a couple more here. We're doing a very bare bones. I'm not even doing Hellions. Maybe higher gold. We'll do some Hellions, but I'm just doing a straight up 1-1-1 into 3 racks. So the most important thing for Terran, past like getting your early build down, is when to build your production when you add on, because it takes a while to manifest itself. It takes a while to get to the point where you're actually building, right? Like, make sure we have the gas up here. Because you have to finish the building, then there are the add-ons, stuff like that. So, I'm at almost 30 SCVs. You need at least 30 SCVs to really support it. So I'm gonna just wait a moment there. I'm gonna go ahead and get a tech lab for 1 safety Banshee. And, alright, 31 SCVs. We've got money in the bank. We're building SCVs. So I'm gonna build barracks 2 and 3.
More supply depots.
And then, as barracks 2 and 3 are on the way, engineering bay, put the siege tank over here, and make a banshee, drop mules, queue up a few more SCVs. And I neglected my depots. We're gonna drop supply. It's not quite as economical as building,
No building there.
or dropping a mule, but dropping supply still saves you some money, and if you're supply blocked, you need it. That's how it is. Alright. As we get to 40 SCVs, I'm gonna get the gases at the natural. If you're going mech, usually you get it around 35. But because you need a bit more. Control F1 to select idle workers. Gonna start my +1. I like to hotkey the NG bay on the same key.
Base under attack.
Alright. He's got some Ravagers over there, but we're gonna move over to the tech lab. And this is part of why we have the Banshee. Alright. Let's use the Banshee to just target the Ravagers. And now the most important thing, we're fighting, we're building. We're fighting, we're building. So, and that's what we're doing. While I'm watching this Banshee chase these guys down, I'm gonna shift right click. He might hit it with corrosive bile. We'll see if he can aim. But I have 700 minerals here. So, gonna get a third command center. Gonna drop some more supply because I'm incompetent. We're gonna go ahead and get some more depots. I think past walling off, it's good to just have some depots like in the main, so that way they're not vulnerable. I like to just put them at the back. When you get your third base up, that's when maybe you start walling off again. But, and now we're at, honestly I'm a little late, but usually around 50 SCVs is when you add production. So it evens out to having about 1 barracks for each 10 SCVs, at least for your first 50. So I'm at 50 SCVs, we're going up to 5 barracks, which is your full 3 base production. There are plenty of timings that involve having up to 8 barracks, which we're gonna get there. So, but make sure I queue up combat shield. +1 is finishing, so we're gonna get armory, engineering bay. We're gonna queue up or shift queue. I like to use the production all in one key and just press tab to get through it. But some players will put it on like 5, 6, 7. It kind of is what's easier. That's how I started playing, but I find there is a little bit more. There's a bit more of a learning curve having it all on one hotkey, but I find it easier than splitting the production to different keys and taking up 3 control groups just to build things. All right, so he's been quiet a while. We're 7.5 minutes in. I'm about to take my third. So what is he up to? I'm just gonna scan. He's got a spire. They're already mutas out. So we're gonna have 1 zoning turret and then 2 mineral line turrets. I'm making sure to put it near the command center as opposed to the mineral line, so that way the SCVs don't get too dumb most of the time. The closer you put it to the mineral line, the more likely it is that they'll get dumb. I mean, it's not a guarantee, but they have a tendency to do that, yeah. All right, he's got mutas.
More supply depots.
We're gonna more supply depots. I'm gonna go take my third, which you might be like, oh no, he's got mutas. That's scary. Yeah, the best defense is a good offense. So, unsiege. Gonna go get this guy. And control F1. I'm gonna get a bunker over there. I rebound bunker to the Q key as well. Oh no, that SCV is stuck. I kill it. So here come the mutas. That means they're on this side of the map. So I am going to rally my Marines to the mineral line. The missile turret's doing what missile turrets do best. Let's scan ahead. His units are here. Let's siege up the tank. Yeah, the missile turret's still going to work. We'll repair. Alright. Auto repair activated. You can also use Alt-R instead of right-clicking. make sure I have my upgrades before I start the attack. And then, is there anything to worry about? We stim, and we're fighting, we're building. We're fighting and building, fighting and building. Fab. Alright, so fab right now. Unlike, that was not very nice, but... I think we might have been a bit high on the APM there. No, 60. Like I said.
Your dedication will be
But
rewarded.
fighting and building.
Very fab.
So fat. But you can build a perfectly solid army. Just stay fab. Or FUB. FUB is even better. Fighting, upgrades, building. FUBs. Fighting, upgrade, building SCVs. Fighting, upgrade, building... In that, FUBs with 2 S's. Fighting, upgrade, building SCV supply depots. I guess SCVs and supply depots go together, but... Get your FUBs, alright. Honestly, fighting should probably be last, but that doesn't make for a cool acronym. I think it's important to remember what to do after you're fighting, or while you're fighting, just as much. Because, like, remember that real-time aspect. And we do have this convenient graphic here as well for the order. But Nupula is not as catchy. Believe it or not. Alright. TVT.
Oh, here we go again.
So, while not a loved matchup by most, is also very important to have a handle on, because if you are in the meta leagues, it is the majority of games you will play, because other fellow intellectuals also pick Terran at a significant rate higher than that of Zerg or Protoss. So statistically, you'll find each other.
You must
This
construct
button
additional
will
supply
show
depots.
your opponent's race. If they're random, it will show random, just FYI. So it isn't like a cheat, but... But I'm glad I could help him out. But a lot of it, honestly, it was like 2 years before I knew that.
Find one.
That was several thousand games in. That button has existed since SC2 was released, but I did not know. I didn't play any team games for quite a while. Alright, so we're going with 2 gas. I've debated having like a set build for stuff like this. I'm not a big fan of always having, like, I think it's important to have a baseline, but I also think trying to copy paste an exact build order without understanding why is the reason why so many players will end up asking, like, how do I counter X, Y, or Z? As opposed to asking, like, how do I improve
Better than ever.
my own X, Y, or Z? Because it always feels like when you have a build and something beats it, you might just, like, maybe it's just something that beats that build, and then you're left without the critical thinking to really figure it out. So I'm pulling off of one of the gas here to get 16 SCVs, and then we'll go back into it. I'm gonna expand on the high ground because I don't know what he's up to. Yeah, I guess there is some value. You could do one build and get your way to pretty high up for sure. But that's not exactly why we're here. So, he had a reactor, which means either he's just building Marines or it's going to be reactor Reapers, which I'm going to sneak my Reaper out now. So this map, you can't get in here because of this wall. I'm actually shift queuing via this little Reaper cliff. So convenient. Into the main base. And I'm fully expecting to lose the Reaper, but the idea is I'll get the info on what he's up to. I got one Cyclone, which is solid baseline defense. Gonna get another depot out in that corner. So he doesn't have this base.
Add-on complete.
He has an engineering bay. Alright. An expansion. So he has a lot of
Your add-on is
barracks.
all done.
Okay. Well, now we know what we're dealing with here. I'm gonna build siege tanks. Alright. And in fact, I could go down and take the gold base and defend it with siege tanks. I think for the sake of... that's just going to end up being a third. I think for the sake of simplicity, we're just going to take the natural here.
CC upgraded. But at what cost?
Though, it's definitely a debate whether you want to take the gold. Especially when you know you're going to have siege tanks. And he's not, because he doesn't even have a factory. He's just building a bunch of Marines. You also have to be careful, though. Marines are very strong. He gets enough of them, and like one siege tank is not going to be enough. We're at 30 SCVs here. I got a Raven as kind of your one-size-fits-all. Probably not that helpful at the moment. But I'm going to send one Marine out on both of the potential attack angles here. We're going to move the starport over after one Raven. Just get a tech lab. I'm going to move the barracks over to the tech lab as well. This is the more complicated part of the game when you're doing a lot of flipping around the add-ons. So, NG Bay, what are we at? 35 SCVs? Really? I like to tie things into the buildings you have and where you are in the game rather than exact supply. So like barracks 2 and 3 are on the way. That's when the NG bays start. Because usually you have a few extra minerals at that time because you haven't yet started production on those extra bases. So we're going for the engineering base.
Add-on is good.
That scan is a bit suspicious. Yep. We're gonna use the anti-armor missile. And we've got... He got my Raven, which means I don't have to micro the Raven anymore. I panicked a bit. And I, used the select all army hotkey. And that means my scouting Marines, who failed in their task, I might add, because, somehow I got caught by surprise there.
You picked that one?
But we're gonna take a third. I want to take it at the gold base, but I'm not gonna take the risk of it getting sniped off by a drop or something, so we're just gonna build it on the high ground. More siege tank. We're coming up on a supply block here, so I'm just gonna spend all, like, that maybe is a bit much, but I'm just spending the minerals. And I should have already had the gases. It's been a weird game, but I don't think he's doing it again. It's conspicuous there, but I don't, like, I have a Marine in position, so I would be able to see if he's attacking him. And I'm gonna scan. We're gonna split the difference. This should see if he has a gold, because the scan is outside the radius of this animation. So we see 2 starports, 2 factories, no gold base, and here comes some siege tanks. Nah, let's just back off there. Alright, so this is the situation
Now what?
where Alright, bring the tanks forward. Or bring the medevac forward, because air units have more range. Or vision range, which allows the siege tanks to fire further. So, barracks 4 and 5. I'm gonna go to 6 because I'm late on it. Getting armory on the way.
Upgrade. Research finished.
We clearly have plenty here.
Auto tracking.
Yeah, and I just finished my 1-1. So, a bit slow on everything, but... I'm gonna get a sensor tower
Mineral patch is gone.
along the edge on this side.
CC upgrade done.
So now I've got to decide when I attack. Because he didn't have any air units with that last attack, which was a bit odd. For someone with 2 starports, right? Just gonna box this up. A-click and then shift click a marine off in these areas. Huh. That's where all the marines are there. I'm not gonna stim because I just lose HP. Gonna spend a moment, make sure I've got everything else set up at home. Fighting, upgrades, building, SCVs. So, fighting, upgrades. There we are. Where's my armory? Oh, wait, +1, building.
Need more minerals.
Gonna get the siege tanks as well.
Yet?
Make sure we have something on the starport. And then
Your research is complete.
SCVs.
You got no minerals.
Yes, sir.
Included with SCVs is supply depots, so make sure we have some of those.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Ooh. He's on the bridge. Okay, so we're gonna be fancy. Right click to get in the medevacs. And then I'm gonna, so D is the unload key. You press it on the medevac and they'll unload while moving. And that's how the fancy pros do their fancy micro. Not to be used on frequent occasion, but when it's really needed.
This better be good.
In fact, in that case, it was probably not a good example of when to use it because siege tanks are not mobile. But that's like for getting into fighting. Upgrades, good. Building.
Build there. That's a no.
And SCVs. Alright. Now we can just do it. I'm gonna try a drop over here. We're fighting, but I'm building. During it, we're gonna scan to see. He's got some siege tanks over there. He's sieging up those tanks, so we're gonna drop on top of them. We know where they are. There you go.
Upgrade complete. I've never seen this screen.
And he went for the repeated all-ins. It was a bit of a sloppy build from me. I didn't get my production up as quickly as I should have. But overall, I think a pretty decent example. We stayed under the limit of 69, though the opponent also did. Has plenty of Marines. I'm mostly building more SCVs. We'll see if we can get, actually I played one of every matchup already, but the key, the biggest part is, one, not panicking when an attack comes in. Because 90% of the time, the attack shouldn't be deadly unless something terrible has happened. But a lot of players have a tendency to tunnel vision so hard on the attack, whether they defend it or not, that It's whoever recovers on either side faster
I'm sure it'll be better this
that
time.
usually is in a better spot. Even if you lose 10 SCVs, I guarantee you, Zerg players around this level are not hitting every one of their injects in order to maintain a high level of production behind.
What's going on?
Can't build
So,
there.
what's important
Your
is just
SCVs are on strike
don't
'cause of your poor management.
panic.
SCV ready.
Alright, I'm setting up camera locations. I like to use F2, F3, F4, F5. So you just...
Build
And I'll
supply
adjust them.
depots. Yes, again.
I'll adjust them as we get closer.
With the gear.
As I build a base there, I usually adjust it to be right on top of the base, but...
Bad news. SCV ready.
And we're going to rally SCV number 17 across the map. Remember, we're looking for the hatchery to be orange or yellow. Probably yellow at this stage, by the time the SCV gets there.
SCV ready.
Alright, we'll see an overlord here. Yep. That is not reason for panic. That is just how
More
it goes.
gas. How many
Gonna
guys
get
is
a
that? 1 out of
reactor,
3?
but I'll have to cancel. So if he has in the yellow a hatchery, I can build on the low ground. If he has no hatchery, then we build on the high ground. He's got a spawning pool done with 2 sets of gas. So this means it's very likely to be a roach all-in. There's also banelings on the table here, but we're just gonna stick
CC
around.
upgrade
I'll
done.
probably lose the SCV, but I want to stick around as long as possible. Gonna get a second
Enemy
gas
is
here.
attacking your SCVs. Add-on complete.
Will do.
So this could be roaches or banelings. My response is the same. We're gonna get a factory as soon as possible. I'm gonna get at least 1 bunker. It's 2 gases. If I have extra minerals here, which I think I will in a moment, maybe I'll get a backup bunker just in case. But if he hasn't, so we saw all the creep, right? So if he hasn't built a roach one yet, then it can only hit so quickly. Like, it can only be here so fast. In fact, so, in fact, killing an overlord would be a pretty big deal at this stage of the game. I'm just gonna move the marines to where I don't have to micro them anymore. I'm gonna... Sorry, Billy. You're the scout. I set up this rally point because when you have a reactor, sometimes the marines will go around, like, the front. Which is, for obvious reasons, not ideal if you're potentially dealing with a roach all-in. So, I'm getting a tech lab for siege tanks,
Your
but
CC is now PCC. Better command center.
we're gonna see what he's up to here.
Your add-on has been constructed.
Siege
No
tank.
minerals for that. Need
He
more
does have an
minerals.
expansion. He's got drones there. I drop 1 mule. I put on my robe and wizard hat, and I cast scan. He does have a lair. That's an infestation pit. So that leaves us in a bit of an odd spot. So, battle cruiser. Unironically, battle cruiser. Because if it's swarm host or hive rush, there's a very small chance that he goes for, like, neural parasite on infestors, but serious doubt there. If he goes
Your
swarm
add-on is
host,
all done.
then I'm gonna start with a Viking. If he goes swarm host or hive rush, the battle cruiser is still very good. And if he does, well, that's about it. That's about the whole list there. We need to keep a couple marines on the edge because a big risk is going to be Nidus swarm host here. As we take the low ground, the supply depot should finish up. I'm going to go ahead and send the Viking directly across. I don't think he had any more near my base, but we'll see. Third command center, as well as a battle cruiser, which costs as much as a
You got no
command
minerals.
center.
Good job keeping that money down. Not enough minerals. Are you
I'm gonna
celebrating?
scan again. It's a hive rush, which means he's already got
Took all
hive
the
done.
minerals from that cluster.
The only real thing he can do with that is rush ultralisks. Which are scary, but important to note, do not shoot up.
Yes.
So, I'm gonna get this walled off here.
Needs more energy.
Gonna
This
use
game
an
is
engineering bay as part of the wall. Something I'll probably need either
Supply
way.
depots, my friend.
We did that wrong. You gotta leave just enough space,
Nope. No
and
building
that
there.
should be a wall. I'm not. Don't quote me on that. I'm gonna go ahead. Set up the Viking on a patrol outside the base. Yep, there's the Ultra Cavern. And we jump the battle cruiser in between the main. We'll see if he has a spore crawler. He does, but neither is in position, so I can just hold position there. And we're gonna keep building siege tanks. Do a little bit of micro. Battle cruisers, the laser bathtubs are not particularly micro intensive. There he goes. You know what? You shall not pass. He's just sending the ultras across. And even if he does have the armor upgrade, that doesn't necessarily matter.
Mineral patch is gone, and it's not coming.
He's chopping through, but literally my entire job is just survive. And here we are. I'm pretty sure that he did have chitinous plating, actually.
Mineral field depleted.
But he's on 2 bases. I have 3 command centers. It looks dumb, but as long as he doesn't get in with the ultras, that's all that matters. He doesn't even have the kindness, but it's just ultras are very tanky. Yeah. Oh, he wasn't on 2 bases, of course. Close enough. Let's see. He had 265 APM, which was over 4 times as much, but unfortunately unable to get much value out of it. Microing your overlords is very hard. Removing the reactor if you saw something. I think that was somewhat inaccurate. I think I was going to end up going reactor either way. The very small chance was if he went literally 12 pool. In that case, these Zerglings would be coming across so quick that the reactor wouldn't even be done. But I think it's more likely what I was thinking was expanding to the low ground. As opposed to the reactor. Sometimes I get the words mixed up because I'm looking at one thing and I'm thinking another. I try not to do that, but I don't even really. So what that means is, since I scouted, he didn't have an expansion. I expanded on the high ground, as opposed to normally you would try to do the low ground if you went hatchery first. It's good to get in the habit of expanding on the low ground when you can. It is more vulnerable, like in TVT especially, also against Protoss, but against Zerg, if they go hatch first, it's very important to kind of put yourself out there and not get bottled up in your base, because then it just feels like you move out and they're gonna swarm you. Alright. Another Zerg.
I'm sure this one will be better.
I'm sure this one will be better.
SCV ready.
And I do think that timing. So if you send out an SCV at about a little after 1 minute on 17 supply, you get there by the time you have to decide on command center location. That's the important part. So in this case, like that was kind of the defining characteristic last game as well.
In the rear.
I'm gonna set it out. We're gonna start at 16. I want to have a little bit more time to react to it.
Bad news.
Also, there are some extra options here on this map, which is a bit more creative.
Big, huh?
Just rally back.
SCV ready.
And we'll see. That is a little late, but
SCV ready.
we're gonna go in, see if he has a spawning pool. He does, and he has gas, but it started after, so. Also, we're on Dynasty, which means I just get a gold base. Because my units are ranged and I can build siege tanks, so I can defend that even if he goes roaches.
Your command center?
Which is really the only option for punishing it early.
SCV ready.
Add-on finished up. You pick
Get Marines started. We're gonna build a factory, but I'm not gonna be going Hellions, so we're just gonna build it a little further back. And then, now that I have 16 SCVs here, gonna get that second gas. We're not doing 3cc builds yet. I don't think it's necessary, and honestly, it's a bit more technical to actually take advantage of. Obviously, players like Clem have no problem maximizing the value of 3cc's, but it is like just setting up your base in a timely manner requires a lot of APM when you go 3cc. And not even in like, hey, I'm trying to keep my APM low, but in a, it's hard to do very well or reliably. Does he get away? No. All right, Billy. Go see what it's like out there.
CC upgrade done. You remember this time? Wow. Add-on is
We're
good
at
to go.
28 SCVs. Almost time to build the extra production. I'm gonna move these Marines down. Well, he's getting away with the Overlord. Gonna get a tech lab. Gonna get one safety Banshee. I'm queuing up SCVs, queuing up Marines. Now, barracks 2 and 3. Let's see what Billy sees. Not too much, but enough.
Your add-on has been constructed.
I don't know what's going on over there. I'm gonna just put a siege tank in a safe enough location. Gonna get the Banshee. And more supply depots. Dropping mules when I can. And now with barracks 2 and 3 on the way, but not done. Get the NG base started. Hotkey them in with the command centers.
You must construct
Another
additional
siege tank
depots.
over there. Remove the Marines. into that bunker. The SCVs managed to wall themselves in. Geniuses. He does have Overlord speed here. Interesting. I'm going to be moving one of these over. Just building a reactor there. We're going to get one. And the target is Stim, of course. I'm going to use the Banshee to scout. Cameraman Banshee. Camera woman.
More gas.
Camera she. And we have the minerals here for barracks 4 and 5 because we're at that 43 worker count. I'm just looking for a third base because if he doesn't have a third base, that's very important info. There's one potential, but I likely am going to go for a scan on the main. Ooh. Ah. He's got... I said that's a 1 because this was the more obvious location. Now we just hold position back there. Brenda, let me go! Okay, well, we're just gonna hold position here then. Banshee is dead.
You want a piece of me, boy?
So we move on with our lives.
Go ahead.
Not everyone lives. I'm gonna get a second tech lab. So 2 tech labs, 3 reactors there. Sometimes you just go 4 reactors. Either way. But I might need some marauders. He went for a later lair, which means it's gonna be a larger ground army. It's not unlikely, but it's less likely to be Mutus. Combat shield, concussive there. And now I'm going to collect some SCVs. We're going to get a few from here. We're going to grab... we got 16. Why not?
Research complete.
And bring them to the next base here. Got the armory done.
More Vespine gas.
SCV production. I'm just queuing them all up. We're going to get that +2 armor. Make sure this tank is sieged. Get the gases. Depot wall. Totally intentional. That's what I meant.
A mineral field has been depleted.
Now, safety turrets. Making sure I build Marines as well.
Research all done.
Big job, SCV ready.
Can't build there. It's like you never even had.
So now we're working towards just 2-2 and as many units as possible. I'm gonna scan one more time. He's going hive, which quite a solid build from him. So I've got 69 SCVs. Nice. So right now, maybe 4 or 5 more. I'm gonna queue up one more round, and that's it. Because as you can see, because especially after gold base, you don't even need this many SCVs really. Those workers stuck. Don't judge. Help me step bunker. How long on 2-2? It's going to complete soon. So we're going to send out a couple Marines and then it's time to move out. All right, fighting upgrades. Not quite there. Have a 4th command center on the way. Bit awkward, you can't build it next to this little mineral wall. Should probably mind that. And that's where many of the units are. I don't see any banelings, so I'm not really afraid of that. Now I'm afraid. Alright. I'm gonna split some of the Marines back here. Just box a group of them. And run away! And then make sure we're getting upgrades. Building units here. And medevacs. Gonna work on the creep.
You're all lined out of that mineral field. Build supply depots. Yes.
Get
again.
another factory.
You must
Is usually a
construct
good
additional
follow-up.
depots.
+2 mech weapons.
You must construct
And then-
additional supply depots.
Getting supply blocked at 165 is one of my favorite pastimes. We're gonna drop some supply there.
Ready for dust off.
Another army. So this army is out here mostly to keep them busy. I'm gonna move the siege tanks up here. We're already moving out. Make sure we're building units. This will be for a planetary. Get a sensor tower, some turrets. We're building. Hit that second tech lab.
Ready for dust off.
Mind out of
Just
that
gonna have
cluster.
some of the Marines
Still
up
in the
there.
game?
Don't need all of them.
A mineral field has been depleted.
We're building.
Add-on complete.
Life here.
And I think since we're maxed out,
Not enough gas.
make sure I
but I'm
get
sure you'll have-
this into a planetary. It's time to press the issue here somewhat. Make sure that siege tank is in an okay spot. Oh, he's building lurkers. A little bit of micro back. Run away, Marines! And we gotta really focus on siege tank production because we don't want to have to end up building ghosts. That would be scary. And hard, right? So,
Command.
so I'm gonna do the big move here, which is just drop his back over on this side. Instead of having to actually fight, heads up, we're just gonna go around. When the going gets tough, pick up into medevacs and go somewhere else. As they say.
An upgrade's been completed.
Ready for pickup.
We can stim some of those. And now, the banelings are rolling in. Run away! But it's a pretty nasty position there. Right now, we're just trying to make sure he's struggling. It doesn't have to do terrible, terrible damage here, but it certainly helps.
Supply depots are in short.
194 out of 196. Gonna send out another army.
Don't mind out of that mineral field.
Make sure we have +3 here. Build another or float another base. Scan forward.
Mineral patch is gone.
In fact, he's using Vipers, makes him an advanced gamer, so. I'm gonna scan to make sure the lurkers are... Alright. Can stim forward fighting, upgrades. Well, pretty much maxed out on upgrades. So building. Ooh.
Here's your stop.
Gonna go drop over there. So liberators are a great tool for making it very hard. So I've added a couple liberators in. We're gonna actually build some more starports as well. Ah, did he consume that? He may have. We can just pick up now and drop on over there. So liberators are actually quite hard to deal with if you don't have already like anti-air built in. So that's what we're using. We can build planetaries on either side here. Pick up these marines. Might as well drop them at the back.
A mineral field has been depleted.
And control F1. I had a bunch of idle workers. I think a base mined out somewhere. I'm not
I'm
sure
sure
where.
all went to a good cause.
Oh, we got a few tanks.
The enemy is attacking your base.
And another liberator. Healing. He may have another base to the north side. We're gonna go ahead and siege up this liberator in the corner. And the reason we do that, and you'll sometimes see pro players do that, is simply because that way if you select all army, or if they poke it or something, it's not as dangerous. So, it is essentially an anti-select all army sort of move there. Does he have this? So he doesn't really have any other bases here. Okay, good to know. So I guess we just attack north. Do I have build? We're gonna get high sec auto tracking and building armor now too. All right, we'll re-siege that liberator up from the corner there. And then, well, unfortunately, he put the drones on the wrong side, so.
We have you on screen. Out of this mess. All hands to battle.
Which means he's long distance fighting here.
You're all mined out of that one.
We're building. Got siege tanks. There's some Vipers. Oh. Parasitic Bomb could be good here as well. That's Spore Crawler in an awkward spot.
Research complete, but have we learned?
We could use some help here.
So, he may have some Banes. We're gonna do a little bit of splitting. But at the end of the day, that's most of his army. Whereas, I obviously still have... Oh. We don't want to talk about that. Alright. But his drone count is too low. So eventually at some point you may need ghosts, but really, well, he was using Vipers pretty well, which quite impressive. Unironically, like he used Vipers and they didn't all die without doing anything, which puts him ahead of the curve. We completely failed at maintaining the limit there. As when you get up to 200 supply with 8 barracks and 2 factories and multiple starports, it is almost impossible unless you're deliberately neglecting unit production to be that low. So, but that actually is going to wrap up our hour of the low APM challenge, such as it is. This version of it, I'm doubling down on really the fun Dementals, where we're focused entirely on the real-time aspect. The strategy, especially for Terran, we've been building the same units, Terrans, for the last 26 years. Marines and siege tanks. The medics might fly now, but has it changed much? No, I gotta... So the strategy is more when you build those exact things and where you go with them, rather than some sort of crazy new unit composition or build order or anything like that. So, but I think some solid games, and we got a good spread. Well, we only had one Protoss, I think. And the Protoss did a cannon rush and a proxy zealot. So, an accurate representation of your average Protoss, I think. And hopefully you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. And I don't know where this is going to end up if it's on YouTube. I haven't figured it out yet. We might just put some on the second channel till I decide what I want to do. I mean, it already is because you guys are watching the stream. But thank you for watching. Yeah, like, I do think that game was actually the most educational, because what is the unit that the most players, like Gold League Terrans, struggle with against Zerg? Banelings are rough, but Lurkers, I think, are the greatest example of a unit that low-level players struggle with that is really not that difficult to beat. But it does require preparation and a lack of panic, and those are the two things that are hardest when learning something. In my opinion. And that is, you know, I think it's partially that, like, I'm back to playing enough that I feel comfortable with doing the low APM challenge. I don't think I need to be, like, near GM to be capable of it, but it's just for me mostly. Like, I need to have an authority, imagined or otherwise, to be able to do so. But we've crafted stars, which is quite ambitious. But I've decided maybe we need to lower the scale a bit and just leave it to planets, as Planet Crafter has had its full release. Fun fact. So we're going to be checking that out again for the first time, and, well, essentially since the original early access. So 1.0 Planet Crafter. Fun fact. So we're going to restart the YouTube stream, and you can watch even more crafting in HD.
Your dedication will
And if you
be
enjoyed
rewarded.
ESC2, well, hopefully
Thanks
you'll enjoy
for
this
all
as well.
the
I
good
think this is a
games for the
game that
fans,
is good to
coaching and
kind of wind down. But
streaming.
yeah, Planet Crafter, overwhelmingly positive. We'll see what 1.0 looks like. Be right back.